All right, the next question is from Greg. Without XOLAP, does Essbase physically store cubes?
With BSO, with all the other technologies, there will be not only metadata stored with Essbase, but as well as data. If you're a block storage person, block storage is creating an index in a page file. The page is containing the data. The index file is the pointers to the data. So to answer your question, for all the technologies that I mentioned here today, all 4 of them relating to Essbase, the metadata is physically created in a cube, and it is stored on the Essbase server. The differentiating factor is XOLAP has no data whatsoever in it. Hybrid Analysis has some data in Essbase, while with the other storage methods, it's both metadata and data.
Edward asks if we can send out the briefing slides, so I can answer this one for Edward. Edward, we are currently recording this webinar, and after this webinar, we're going to review the recording, and hopefully we will be releasing this out on the BI Consulting Group website under the Knowledge Base tab sometime in the next couple weeks. And we will send out an email follow-up to everybody who's attended that they can go access this presentation again. Next question from Jeff. Will Essbase Studio handle recursive hierarchy?
Yes, it will. You cannot leverage a recursive hierarchy in an XOLAP model. It would either have to be generation or level builds. But it will handle recursive hierarchies. I'm deploying a couple models for a client right now, and they're leveraging Essbase Studio, and their dimension tables are recursive in nature. The only thing that you have to do when you're leveraging a recursive table to build dimensions is you need to do a self-join between the parent and the child in that table when you're doing the mini schema portion of setting up the model in Essbase Studio. So it definitely handles recursive hierarchies. One footnote to that fact is your fact table, you don't want it to be recursive. And then however many measures that you're loading into the application, or accounts or measures that you're loading into the application, you're going to want to represent it as a specific column in your fact table.
Next question is from Christian. Can you integrate Essbase Studio with ETMA?
I haven't tried to do that myself. Interesting question. You know what? I'll actually try that, and if we get your information, I will shoot the results set back to you.
Next question is from Doug. I think this relates to the demo. What are the implications for the outline and connected users when the underlying RDBMS has records for a new product?
If the product doesn't currently exist in your fact table, and of course it wouldn't exist in your dimension tables, you would be missing that data. Like I was mentioning before, if your metadata changes, so you have new members to your dimension, you need to redeploy the application. when you redeploy the application, that new metadata member is going to be inserted into your outline, and then you have all the capabilities of doing that real-time ad hoc analysis. So if the metadata is changing, you need to redeploy the application.
Our friend Terrence asked the question, how's the performance when you need to retrieve data at the summary level and the SQL will aggregate million records at a time?
I can go, that's actually one thing I didn't demonstrate. Are you guys still seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. And remember, so I'm zooming out right now up into the product hierarchy. I'm going to go ahead and move customer over. Sorry. Just to give you a visual representation. So all these queries are happening on the fly. I'm going to zoom out of the customer dimension. Now I'm at the top of customer. I'll actually move time periods over and pivot it down. So it's relatively robust. I'm going to zoom all the way to the bottom of all the time periods. So so far, I really haven't seen how efficient the tool is in regards to the number of records. I've done some benchmarking, and I've had fact tables that have been, 20 million records, 12th dimension models, and I'm seeing the same performance that you just saw here today. Haven't gotten into the terabyte realm yet. Our IT people would probably frown upon it since it's our demo environment. And we demo other items or other components to clients with this.
Andy asked, how many customers have implemented XOLAP? I don't know if you're going to know that question, answer that question or not, but you might have.
I have. It's a relatively new product. I have 2 clients that are right now considering it as a tool to move towards. I'm not aware of anyone that's actually implemented XOLAP, but we have 2 customers that, one customer that is strongly leaning towards doing a POC against Oracle EBS.